CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. A robbery at a Sudbury convenience store sent one person to hospital this morning. Police were called to the Quickway at Elm and Beatty Streets before 11 a.m., where one person was found with non-life-threatening injuries. The K-9 unit was brought in to help track the suspect to a residence on Elm Street, where the suspect was believed to be inside. Police now have a person in custody. Now to the weather, light snow and comfortable temperatures, and the warm-up is coming. For more details on that, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman.
Tony, interesting weather story brought to you by, of course, CAA, your systems map. Get your membership today at CAA.ca. A little bit of everything. We've got flash freeze warning in Wawa and a winter storm watch, Moosonee, and of course Kapuskasing, Hearst, Cochrane as well. So we'll get into some of those details just a couple of minutes away. We've got some interesting temperatures, bit of a warm up, then the big freeze coming up, and also we've got snow in the forecast, periods of snow, and we'll get into that and a lot more in just a couple of minutes. An hour 5-day forecast. Tony?
Thanks so much for that, Rick. A traffic stop for speeding turned into a drug bust over the weekend near Powassan. Two people from the Greater Toronto area were pulled over Saturday around dinner time, traveling 30 kilometers over the speed limit. Police noticed an unsealed container of cannabis in the vehicle. During a search, OPP found suspected cocaine, oxycodone, along with cash and other items. Two people have been charged with trafficking. The North Bay Police Service released new survey results today. They show how downtown businesses perceive safety and police presence in the core since the opening of the police hub on Main Street. CTV's Eric Tashner tells us more about the results.
Since the opening of this office space as a downtown police hub, businesses have noticed more of a police presence along Main Street.
The violent crime or really big crimes were down in the downtown area, and it is not the unsafe place that people think it is.
From October 30th to November 15th, North Bay Police conducted a survey of downtown businesses to assess the perception of the downtown police office and its impact on community safety in the core. 47 businesses responded, and the results indicate that merchants continue to experience challenges related to aggressive behavior, loitering, vandalism or graffiti, and shoplifting. And that while these issues persist, respondents noted some improvement compared to the previous year.
We recognize there's still a lot of work to be done downtown, but this is reassuring for us to let us know that our efforts, the officers' efforts, them going out every day, is being recognized, and it actually is making a difference.
Most downtown merchants are aware of the police storefront. The survey pointed to participants feeling a greater sense of safety in the core, citing increased police visibility, improved communication with law enforcement, and faster response times.
I know when I answered the survey, I had put in that I think signage would be helpful because some people don't realize it's down here.
The survey found 78% of responding businesses support the downtown police hub, and they are offering suggestions for its further enhancement.
It'd be lovely to see permanent, but I don't think we're at that time to make a decision either. But maybe a full year would be helpful.
My hope is that, yes, it will continue, but we want to make sure we do our due diligence and make sure we're doing the right thing with the investment we're going to make downtown.
In the first half of December, there were just over 100 calls for service in the downtown. A majority of the calls were related to social disorder. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
And the North Bay Police Services Board is reporting a $1.7 million budget surplus this year. At this morning's meeting, board members voted to send a majority of that money back to the city. Police Chief Daryl Longworth says the savings were found during bargaining while filling some vacant positions and from revenue that the police agency was able to access through grant funding. The city will get $1.25 million, while the remaining $450,000 will be put in the Police Purpose Reserve account. The chief says the surplus is unusually high.
This is a consistent thing we've done over the last 3 years with the surpluses we've had. We've given that money back to the city, recognizing that came from the taxpayer. We'd like to support the tax base in giving that back while being also fiscally responsible.
Chief Longworth says he would like to see that reserve somewhere between 5 to 10% of the police operating budget for any unforeseen expenses. It's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Also ahead, Science North in Sudbury is getting a makeover. Where is the money coming from for renovations?
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Two words for you: mixed precipitation in the forecast over the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's take a look at your forecast radar. The pink, of course, mixed precipitation, and the green, that indicates rain. It'll be a combination of pretty well everything over the course of the next little while. Here's a system by about 5 o'clock on Thursday. Snow moving into the northeast. So we'll get to that. 5-day weather. Here we go. Sudbury nickel belt. Squalls and flurries for tomorrow. Centimeter or 2, high of 0. Then the rain or snow mix. Flip a coin on Thursday, high of 3 degrees. Then we go to Friday, some snow, -5. Then the temperature will plummet to -19. Saturday, chance of snow, -5. Chance of snow again on Sunday with a reading of -9. So you'll get the temperature on the warm up, then the big cool down. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, flurries for tomorrow, 2 centimeters, -1, 3 degrees, rain or snow, again 50-50 chance there. Friday, some snow, -8, more snow Saturday at -4, then the chance of flurries, 60% -6, but take a look at the big change in weather, -18, -14, and -13 overnight after some rather balmy temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing. Snow tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters, -8. Some snow in the forecast coming up on Thursday and Friday. It's a doubleheader, 0 on Thursday, the big drop in temperature, -13 Thursday evening, then -9 your high, and the temperature going all the way down to -23. Chance of snow Saturday and Sunday, -10 and -12. Let's have a look now at Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake. Flurries for tomorrow, 2 centimeters, +1. Overnight low, -14. Then Thursday, bit of a warm-up. Snow rain mix at 2, -2 the low. Friday, big change. Snow, -3 your high. Then the temperature drops to -22 to kickstart your weekend. Saturday, more snow, -9, -16 the low. And Sunday, chance of flurries. Snow, -11 the high, -21 the low on Sunday evening. Talk about a change in the weather right across the northeast. North Bay, West Nipissing. Here we go. Showers, flurries for tomorrow at 0, -9 the low. Rain snow mix on Thursday at 5. The overnight low of 2, then +1 Friday with the snow, -18. Chance of snow Saturday, Sunday, -5, -7 your daytime highs, and colder temperatures at night. Tony, we're in for a bit of a change, then a drastic change as it gets colder all over again. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Rick. Ontario Minister of Education Paul Calandra sent a letter to parents in the Near North District School Board after a visit to the current and new Parry Sound schools. After touring the construction of the new school, Calandra says, based on my visit and an assessment of the project's progress, it has become clear that the new K-12 school will not be ready to open before September 2026, adding he understood this was disappointing news, but assures parents the ministry is taking strong action to get it back on track, including a project manager to oversee and be accountable for the remaining construction. Calandra also talked about students from Whitewoods Public School in Sturgeon Falls who were displaced earlier this year by a classroom fire. They would only be at Northern Secondary School temporarily, noting students would be back at Whitewoods after the holidays. Ontario NDP leader Marit Stiles was in Nickel Belt today as part of her tour this week in the Northeast. Stiles had lunch at the Walden Senior Centre where she was talking with older adults about issues and concerns affecting them. She was accompanied by local MPPs Frank Jelena and Jamie West. Stiles says she is taking time on Doug Ford's extended winter break from the legislature to connect with people.
My plan is to get out and connect with as many people as I can in the province and listen to them. And so here in Nickel Belt, in the greater Sudbury area, I'm listening to where people are at. And what I'm hearing is that life is really expensive right now, and it's hitting some communities harder than others. Seniors, for example, I know are really struggling on fixed income.
We have a hospital that is full at over capacity every single day. We have long wait lists for basic surgery where people should not have to wait that long. There are solutions that are there. I want her to hear it directly from the people affected.
Stiles will also be in the Sudbury area tomorrow and the Soo on Friday to connect with laid-off Algoma steelworkers. The third floor at Science North in Sudbury is getting a makeover. And as CTV's Lindsay Alick tells us, the renovations are possible because of money today from the federal government.
This exciting project.
Science North third floor hasn't been updated since 2011, and thanks to FedNor funding, 20% of the floor will be redone.
Today we announced $650,000 for Science North, and we know how important Science North is as an economic driver to our community, both as a tourist center, as an education center, as a teaching and learning center. So it's important that we provide our support to Science North. They've been here now for 40 years, which is just incredible and hard to believe. So it's important that they continue to evolve.
The project, titled Woven by Water, will modernize and connect the third and fourth floors with a multi-level play structure and a series of exhibits that explore the intricate and vital relationships between water cycles with a focus on Indigenous learning.
We often hear from our visitors that they're looking for full body experiences, especially for our older kiddos who are coming through our doors. We have our amazing toddler area, but they really need something for kids their age. And so this climbing structure, they will physically be able to use their whole bodies and climb through this structure that looks and has sort of the artistic qualities of a stream coming down from one floor to the next.
In 2024, the center said goodbye to beaver cache, and LaRose says Bluecoats knew they had to do something with this space.
As our understanding of captive beavers has increased, we understand that they really do need to be more social together, and simply our existing infrastructure doesn't allow for multiple beavers to be located within the Science Center. So how can we make sure we're still honoring that heritage in a way that feels right for us, and at the same time create a new experience for our visitors?
Science North is currently replacing all of these windows, and LaRose says once that project is complete, construction can begin on the third floor, with the hopes of having the new exhibit open sometime in 2028. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
He's closing up shop. Coming up on CTV News at 5, a Sudbury artist isn't about to put down his paintbrush just yet. Details when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching CTV News at 5. I'm Tony Ryma. Well, Christmas has come early for snowmobile riders in Timmins. The local snowmobile club reports there are a number of trails open, albeit in a limited capacity. Club officials also give credit to volunteers for getting trails ready to accommodate the machines. CTV's Lydia Chubak reports.
That's correct. Officials with the Timmins Snowmobile Club are feeling blessed by Mother Nature.
Well, it's actually the first time in 16 years that we have them available before Christmas.
Fortin says it's meant a little bit more work for the club's volunteers to get trails ready for snowmobilers.
So people have to realize that all this is volunteers that build these trails. It's only the operators that are paid. And they're even volunteers, some are volunteer operators. But at the end of the day, without the volunteers, and especially without the permissions of the landowners giving us permission to go on their land, we wouldn't have these trails.
Fortin advises people that some trails are open in a limited capacity, and it's important to always check the OFSC online interactive trail guide. A few weeks ago, it was anticipated thousands of kilometers of snowmobile trails would close in Ontario until the province came through with $3.9 million in new funding. Officials with the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs had indicated trail permit revenues were not covering the costs of trail maintenance.
The only thing that we struggle with is obviously expenses. The expenses, the fuel cost, and the equipment is much more than it used to be. But we struggle, but at the same time also we strive.
Fortin adds the early snow this fall boosted trail permit sales province-wide. According to the OFSC website, more than 41,000 trail permits were bought before November 1st, making it the largest early season sales total in OFSC history. Lydia Chubak, CTV News, Timmins.
A Sudbury artist is turning the page on a new chapter of his career, but before that happens, there's one more door to close. We get details now from CTV's Angela Gemmel.
John Stopsiati makes sure this original painting is well packed for transport. He'll have to do this for every piece inside his Sudbury gallery.
They are all part of the blood, sweat and tear artistic endeavor.
The well-known Sudbury artist is preparing to permanently close his Apple Grove gallery and framing business. He's been in this location for the past 15 years, with the gallery existing for almost 4 decades.
It's a bit emotional. 38 years running a gallery, but you're looking at a cross-section of about 40, 45 years. It's a lot of history, a lot of recording, and, a lot of memories.
Stopsiati operates the business with the help of his wife, Barbara, but at 79, he says he's ready to focus solely on painting from his home studio.
It was difficult, but we were fortunate. And I sort of milked the system at all ends, whether it be through originals, prints, framing, so I had to do a lot of extras in order to keep things going.
Stopsiati has a large collection of work. Many are landscapes from across northern Ontario, with Manitoulin Island a particular favorite of his. And some of his Indigenous originals are framed with deer hide he colored and stretched himself.
I worked with 4 different mediums, but in the last 10 years, I've gone more to the oils. It's more manipulative, but it also enhances the painting more than the other mediums.
John and Barbara both say they'll miss the people who visited the gallery over the years.
First thing they say, I never knew you were here, because we are the best kept secret in Sudbury. And when they look around and they say, oh my God, and we do have a lot of repeat customers come back.
That best kept secret in Sudbury will be closing its doors December 18th. But Stopsiati originals and prints will still be available on his website. Angela Gemmel, CTV News, Sudbury.
Not one, but 2 animals are up for adoption. When we return, our Take Me Home Tuesday segment. You're watching First at 5.
Welcome to Take Me Home Tuesday, and as someone suggested earlier, Rick, you've got your hands full. Yes, I do. Please meet Lois. And we've got Peter in the house as well, a couple of Poms. Thank you, Emma Bailey. This is a perfect Christmas present for me, doing this show on a weekly basis. I love them. Lois, Peter, please tell me more.
Yeah, so they're a bonded pair of seniors, so they have to be adopted together. I know we're fidgeting. They're just lap dogs. They love being in your arms. They love attention. Peter's being squiggly because he's on camera, but they're 10 and 12. They're super loving. They have to stay together, so they'll be adopted together. But they do love children. They've already met some kids. We haven't tested them with cats or dogs, so we'd have to see a slow introduction. But other than that, they're looking for a delayed adoption while they wait for their spay neuters and dental surgeries.
Okay, I can speak firsthand from experience. I have a Pom, one of 2 dogs at home, very lively, very engaging, and of course, intellectual ability beyond definition. Really, Poms, I don't know where they get it, but they come fully prepared. They know a lot.
Absolutely, and they know what they like. These 2, they're funny enough, they love cat toys, like the little cat mouses. They love to play with those. They think they're easy on their teeth, so they're super, super sweet, and they're looking for the home where they can show all that love and affection, and they're seniors, so we are looking for a home that has vet care that can keep up with any of their needs going forward, and just looking for a home that can give them the most love.
And Poms like to lick hands. For whatever reason, I pet my dog, he licks my hand, and Lois loves licking with the toy. So any special needs in terms of diet, I guess as they get older, probably a senior diet, which is easier, which I use for both of my dogs at home, but really maintenance-free, I would suggest.
Yeah, they're on a soft food right now because their teeth are a little sore, so they'll have dental surgeries that are covered by us, and then they'll be ready to go home. And then other than that, we do have some things we'll just keep up to date on as they get older, and we'll brief you on everything like that if you stop by our animal center for a meet and greet.
Okay, so we're getting closer to Christmas. How are things at the center?
Things are going really well. We have our Hold 'em for the Holidays campaign going on right now, so our goal is 23 adoptions, and so far we're at 13. So it's been just a wonderful time season. We're hoping we have more people come by and we find some more homes for the holidays. So you can stop by at 21 LaSalle Boulevard at any time. We're open 7 days a week from 11 to 6, and all of our stuff is online at ontariospca.ca as well.
Emma, one more show before Christmas. I know you've got some surprises next week. Why not give it a try? Lois and Peter, our two Poms on this week's segment of Take Me Home Tuesday. We're back in 7 days with more.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Swastika near Kirkland Lake. Raymond Bourgeois sent us this picture. She noticed 4 partridge or rough grouse in a birch tree. She adds the birds stayed quite a while in her yard. Thanks, Raymond. We are off to the greater Sudbury community of Caperel. Andrea Goslin snapped these photographs and sent them to us. She captured the images while snowshoeing to the Green Rapids in Caperel. She says, what a gorgeous day to be outside. Appreciate you thinking of us, Andrea. And still in Sudbury, Alita McDougall sent us this photograph. She says, this is Teddy, the Christmas cat. What a great shot. Thanks so much, Alita. And Santa Claus got a tour of Copper Cliff Saturday night as the Sudbury area community hosted its small parade. Santa and friends wound their way through the community, spreading a little Christmas cheer. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, the weather was perfect and the snow held off long enough for a beautiful Christmas parade in French River.
Hi! Hello. Merry Christmas! Hi!
That's Santa or Père Noël making his way up to the vehicles. In Noelville, things are done a little differently. It's a static parade where the participants drive through the floats. CTV News had a crew there and we decorated a news vehicle, and it was just awesome to see the hundreds who made their way out. Thanks to Chartrand Lumber and the municipality for making it all possible. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.